Check. Look at supplier invoice with notification. In this procedure, supplier invoice with payment block are displayed. Block for payment is a dynamic link which is visible only in invoice, either when the invoice is blocked for payment. The link contains data relevant for explaining the block situation and its possible resolution. For example, action to contact supplier, purchaser, block-related statistic, and so on. Situation and notification will be triggered according to selection criteria set in preliminary steps. System automatically detects cash discount situation by daily job and indicates critical situation using the notification functionality in the home screen. This enables team members to proactively react to potential overdue cash discount and avoid negative implications to the business processes of the company. So previously we have created um, two um, two invoice, one with a payment block and another one without. So open supplier invoice list. So open supplier invoice list. The supplier invoice list screen is displayed. Make the following entries and choose go. Invoice document number that you have created previously, or if you do not remember, uh, I just have to check, for example, invoice date today, and I click on go. The relevant supplier invoices are displayed. So, in the list of the supplier invoice, select an invoice document by clicking the entire row. So, if the invoice is blocked for payment, choose block for payment link to go to the payment status page. So, I can see directly in the first page in the block if invoice is blocked for payment. So, I click on navigation to go inside the invoice. And then again, if the invoice is blocked for payment, choose blocked for payment link. So that is a link. I click on this link. You can check the information below. Information, you can see the message. This invoice is blocked for payment and its status is open. Action, choose contact supplier to display supplier contact information. So contact supplier. If I click on, I've got the information about the supplier. Okay. Choose contact purchaser to display purchase contact information. So I display the information about the, 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 the responsible, that the people that has created, not that created the purchase orders. If I display that is this purchase order has been created by candidate SAP, that is a user for demonstration. Okay. So we continue. Block invoice item. Block invoice item. You can see the blocking reason on the line items level. Price, blocking reason. So, invoice timeline. You can see date, such as an invoice document date, invoice posting date, invoice payment due date, and cash discount deadline. Okay? You see all this information in the block item, the invoice timeline. Okay? So you have block invoice item, invoice timeline, and if I the statistic of supplier, all the information about the supplier. So um, charts with statistic. So block invoices amount by reason. You can see the amount of invoices blocked for the supplier and particular company code. Block invoice count by reason. You can see the count of invoices blocked for the supplier and particular company code. And payment block by reason, you can see the percentage of block reason occurrence. Choose the notification icon on the upper right part of the screen. So notification, okay? Um, Choose notification. So it depends. If you have nothing, perhaps you are not responsible of the approval of the supplier invoice. So in this case, the invoice is blocked for payment. Okay, if I go back, I can suppose that approval detail. So I see the things is released by the cost center responsible, person responsible for all use cost center, and released by project responsible. When you have this, you need to be sure that you have defined correctly the processor in the cost center. If you see nothing, that means you have forgotten to assign, for example, in the cost center, this information. So if we have a look, just to show you, nothing else. I check in the first case, the cost center defined in the purchase order item. So I display, okay, I go in the no, it's the limit item, in the item, I go in the detail, then I write down the cost center. Okay, I go in, so supplier, this one, it's material, raw material in this one. If I have a look, okay, yes, good receipt, yes, but I don't see any, the raw material. I don't think it's this one. It's weird because I define, yes, perhaps it says for the item, it's an item, perhaps for the freight. Reference object, I go in, okay, I've got for freight ord, that is freight value, okay. So if I go and plain delivery cost in the payment, so I go, I'm going to check the journal entry just to display the detail. Or directly the cost center. I suppose that is the cost center for the freight. Okay, invoice receipt and journal entry. Okay, so reference, if I click on, I would like to display, I am in the document flow, invoice receipt, I would like to display manage journal entries with this. So like this, you are able to have an overview how to display all the information. So just waiting. Okay, I would like to see, for example, WBS and right, cost center, and I check also WBS. Uh, okay, so the cost center, okay, is this one. So cost center, manage cost center right now. Okay, and who is responsible of this cost center? The responsible is, so there is no user responsible. There is a person responsible, but the system is only check in this. So if there is nobody, you don't have any information. Then the next point, if when to check the flexible workflow. So I will show you later in the next video how to set up flexible workflow for supplier invoice blockhead. Okay, so thank you so much.